By my previous shameless life, my heart is polluted with many illusory attachments. Personally, I have no power to stop them. Only Lord Krishna within my heart can remove such inauspicious contamination. But whether the Lord removes such attachments immediately, or lets me go on being afflicted by them, sometimes devotees spend years, maybe their whole lifetime, being afflicted by material desires, isn't it? So what happens if that's the case? One joins the ashram and a year later, I'm still afflicted by material desires. Well, tough. Krishna says, don't worry about it, just keep chanting. And be determined that no matter what, if the Lord wants to make me advance very quickly, or makes me keep suffering in the fire of lust, or fire of anger, or whatever it is, the devotee says, I will never give up my devotional service to Him. Even if the Lord places millions of obstacles in my path, and even if because of my offenses I go to hell, I will never for a moment stop serving Lord Krishna. I am not interested in mental speculation or fruited activities. Even if Lord Brahma personally comes before me offering such engagements, I will not be even slightly interested. Interesting, right? That the Mayavadis, they spend years and years studying the Vedas, meditating just so to get that mukti. The devotee says, if Lord Brahma personally comes on the silver platter and says, please, here's liberation, the devotee says, I don't even want to think about it. Although I am attached to material things, I can see very clearly that they lead to no good, because they simply give me trouble and disturb my devotional service to the Lord. Therefore, I sincerely repent my foolish attachments to so many material things, and I am patiently awaiting the Lord Krishna's mercy. Which echoes the Tatina Kampam to Samikshana verse. I'm just patiently waiting for the Lord's mercy. So in conclusion, we're lucky. We've come to Krishna consciousness. We're on the Vaishnava path. And we theoretically understand what these scriptures say, that a relationship with Krishna, with the personal form of God, or God as a person, is the ultimate, the highest attainment in spirituality. And the Brahmana effulgence that many yogis and swamis and impersonalists are grappling after for so many years and lifetimes is really, it's a realization, It is a bona fide realization, but it's just a step in the highest rung of things. So we should feel very grateful to our spiritual master, our instructing spiritual masters, to Srila Prabhupada. We've been given the chance to become members of the Krishna consciousness movement. And we've been given the chance to perform the Yuga Dharma. And just one last thing I forgot to mention, I was at the Kuli Mela 2 weeks ago. And the last evening was a huge kirtan of about 500 youths, from 15 to, there were a few old guys and ladies too, but mostly young people, around a bonfire in prayer. There was this huge Jagannath Devi, I think it came from England, but the devotee drove to England, somewhere in Europe, to drive it back to New Market. This literally like a 20-meter tall Jagannath Devi. And it looked very surreal in the middle of the night, this bonfire, huge Jagannath Devi, just Jagannath alone, and 500 young people, and they were just, and Madhava Prabhu was leading this tear-producing kirtan for 3 straight hours, the same melody. And you could see all these young people who, most of them are not initiated, most of them don't chant 16 rounds, some of them don't follow the full regs. So in one way you could see that they're just ordinary people of the, young people of the modern world. But they're all devotees, and they love chanting Hare Krishna. They love performing the Yuga Dharma, and that pleasure, that happiness, you could just see on their face, on my face, it was such a blissful, wonderful moment. So this is what we have to offer to the world. If we just stick to our guns, so to speak, and be strict in our own spiritual life and our own following of the principles, then Mahaprabhu will give us that mercy, and we'll experience that higher taste. And we'll be able to share it with everyone, including the like of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Thank you very much for your patience, kindness. It's 8:35. I think we have to stop. Unless there's one burning question that I could always answer it after. Ask them. Good.
Thank you for a class. Very poetic, very profound. now because it seems like you have all the abilities to approach that extent. Maybe you know how to be able to know yourself.
How to do it?
Yeah.
I gave a book to, we were talking yesterday to Snoop Doggy Dogg. And to, what's the guy that I always forget that actor, Pirates? Pirates?
Johnny Depp.
Woman,
Johnny Depp.
All ladies are like, Johnny Depp! I kept heard of one lady, so Johnny Depp read a Bhagavad Gita.
Are you,
I think as an institution, you just have to be, it'll happen naturally, we'll just mature. So, not that we're not mature, we're very mature, but you know, historically there's been things that gave us a little bad reputation and we're still kind of like suffering from that, and maybe a lot of famous personalities are kind of like, do I really want to become affiliated, you know, and lose my own good reputation? That's at least a fact. But hey, you know, we learn and we move on, and the child falls down, gets up and moves on. And it'll happen, it has to happen. Our theology is so attractive. The Vaishnava theology of worshiping a supreme personal God is this young, beautiful, attractive, intelligent, charming young boy, young man, and who has this equally, unbelievably beautiful, gorgeous companion who just loves him like no one can imagine. And that's a divine couple, and we just want to enter into that universe. That's going to convince the world. So, just a question of time. Anyone else? Stop now. Thank you. Give me your blessings, please. On the big, hard rock that's hard to mold. Hare Krishna. Srimad Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.